Hello, big beautiful world. Today we're taking off out of my beloved, well, now we're taking off out of my beloved Tooradin. And that sky is pretty accurate, that deep cerulean richness. That's what it's like on this winter's day here in sunny southeast Victoria, or southeast Melbourne. Today, I love how 1935, all the scenery is encroaching bit by bit all over the world. So this is a modern Tooradin, by the way. Yet I love the fact that we've got the old Renault or whatever it is. Today this dropped, the Fox Moth, and pretty gorgeous modelling. Not without its quirks, but at 25 bucks Oz, you get bang for the buck. Now, few things to go over, require a bit of care, at least for me. As you can see, we get full functionality on the doors, 4-seater inside. Should be able to close that if I can just get onto it. There we go, one. Cool. Hop in. Why? There you go. No bugger. Look, we're just going to hop in, get her up in the air. So, enough of that nonsense. Cool. So you do have all the hotspots there for this. I will close the canopy. They're just hidden click spots. The very first thing you got to do, no matter what you're hopping now, there are 3 aircraft you get with it. You get the land plane version from the early to mid 1930s. You get 3 versions or 3 liveries for the float plane, and it's a gorgeous beastie as well. If I've got time, I'll do a quick video of that if I don't get some weird things that have been happening. And for the modified version, you get another 3 liveries. A couple of the liveries are shared, but that's all right. So, very first thing that I've noticed you've got to do is zero that puppy out. Not fuel, sorry, 50% on the fuel. Zero your payload out, because it just crashes and burns no matter what you do. I don't know what that's all about, but that's what's happening. Now so it's something it'll get patched, no doubt. So let's get a bit of pushback from who have we got out here? Being the 1930s scenery, we can't have commentary, they're too modern. Who we've got? Oh, Mr. Weirdbeard, excellent. What's another name? We'll call him Taylor. Taylor, kindly move the moth, son. Yes, Dad. Don't mind me, sir. Gold. So hopefully he's about to drag the aircraft back a bit. Oh yeah, he's going for it. Alright, gold. That should do us. Thank you, Taylor. That will be all. And that will be the last time I ever say thank you to you again, you pleb. The lower class has to know its place, don't you know? The good old days, who'd have it? Anyway, let's start it. So, master down. Maggie's on.
Clear prop!
We'll go the gen on, even though it should come on afterwards. Mixture, we're good. Now, fuel, not much travel in the fuel, as you can see. So, out for fuel, crack the throttle. And we're alive. Alright, let's take her out. Now, some idiosyncrasies for me personally are, doesn't like flying with the canopy open above, I think, 60 mile an hour. I'm not sure what's going on there. I was getting all manner of mysterious mid-flight breakages when I was flying with the Niagara scenery. So I'm not going to use the whole thing here. I'm just going to use half the runway and take out my wing there against that, what was it, a 310 or something? Seneca maybe. Anyway, we're just going to use this amount of runway and we're going to roll it. And very gentle on the takeoff. only a little tiny bit of right rudder, and she wants to get off the ground pretty much immediately. So really sweet. Now theoretically I should be going full power to climb, but for some reason, like I said, I want to keep her at about 75%, because for some reason I'm getting a lot of, every time I try to take off a crash. This is up around Niagara with both the Seaplane, or with the float plane and with the land plane, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I'm just going to keep the speed down to around 90 in case it's me trying to ask too much of it straight away. No VSI, all keeping an eye on it. You do have trim, just hold to get what you want. So you can trim, which is nice. Come back off. Quite a bit of flat. It could be. Okay, so another thing I did, I saw Jonathan Beckett had posted a review, and I didn't look at it. The moment I saw it, I thought, I've got to have that. So I immediately logged onto the sim, bought it, and downloaded it, and tried it, because I've been looking forward to this. And I do love the Piper. I think it's a really underrated plane to get about in, for low and slow stuff. Okay, now it's behaving. Now it's behaving nicely. No heartaches. So we'll just do a circuit of 4, and we'll bring it back round. We'll head out towards the northwestern tip of French Island there. So it could be me just asking too much for the speed. Okay, this is behaving as, this is as far as I've gotten so far, after a couple of hours of poodling about. Cool. Trimming her out, and it really is a gorgeous day down here in the southeast of Melbourne today. That's cerulean magic. I just like saying the word cerulean, I think. It's a great word. But let's hop out. Grab the obligatory postcards. This is one of the liveries, like I said, Canadian Airways, and it's one of my favourites so far. It's just gorgeous. One of the things I love is they got the boss right. Hats off, dude, for getting that boss right on the prop. It looks the business. It's not wobbling all over the joint. It's impressive as heck. And yeah. It's a really good looking beastie. It's gorgeous, I think. I don't know what you cats think. Most of you, well, if you're watching this, you're obviously going to turn onto it. That's my suspicion. But that being said, we'll put it back down, actually. So nice and stable in flight, nothing weird and wacky, very elegant. Very gentle on the responses. Alright, I think I've got this puppy mastered, and we're going to do the same for the Seaplane, the float plane variant. So let's get her down. If I can put her down gently, and there's no reason why I shouldn't outside my normal default ineptitude. Yeah. A very sweet little beastie, really worthwhile edition. Like I said, 25 bucks odds thereabouts. If we get that kink worked out with the weight, and maybe look at the flight properties to see if it's just me who's stacking this thing badly, or if others are stacking it without realizing why. It actually feels like a really modern, strangely enough, GA aircraft, which is kind of nice. It's very cool indeed. And we're going to put it down to the right of the tarmac runway, because it is actually a grass strip down here at Turritin. So this old beastie is well suited for that. Or rather, that strip is well suited for this old beasties like this. Just keeping our eye on the speed. I do notice that it does have a kind of native flutter as well, which is emulated route very well, and I don't know if that might be part of the problem, in that if I go over a certain speed it tends to cause conflict with FS Realistic or something. But you cats may not be experiencing any of this, it just may be me. I'll start again, shall I? It may just be me being a bullhead. What else has been happening this week? There's been a lot of GA aircraft, or a few GA aircraft released up on the sim market, and Just Flight, and they look cool if you're into that sort of thing. But this is the one I've been waiting for. I just thought, yeah, it's lovely, lovely, gorgeous little beastie. Okay, so we're just going to let her come down. No flaps, no nothing. Too old. Initially we're going to put her off to one side as we bring her in. So this light strip here to the right of the runway is what we're aiming for. We're still going heaps fast, so we can afford to bring it down a bit more. Right down. And just let her figure it out for herself. Yeah, cool, come off the rudder. And gently, hopefully, oh, not get collected by the sock, which I just did. Oh. And that was brutal. That was brutal. We're down again. There we go. Okay. So live and learn. At least I got a full flight out of it for the first time. Let us now pause for a moment and we'll see what the seaplane's like. And while I've got you all here, I'll show you what we're seeing. So you got your 83 Fox Moth, you got your float plane, and you've got your modified. So let's hop in. A few cool liveries there, very nice indeed. Come back. Again, a few cool liveries here, similar deal, one of each. And then for the main aircraft, you've got all these liveries. Now, one of the interesting ones, there's a few interesting ones there, is the RAAF medic aircraft, which is really cool. But as you can see, so what do we got? Eight liveries, 3 and 3, so 14 liveries all up. Anyway, let's take, let us, and so we did, and let's go up in this. Excellent. So we're up and about, we'll hop out, we'll have a quick squeeze. Similar deal, we can see that, yes, I think she's got rudders. Yeah, she has by the look of it. Now, hopefully similar deal, knock out your weight, kill out the payload, and let's try it from there, see how it behaves. Now I'm just going to watch the speed again. See what it's like for the wake. We're off already. Okay, so probably a little unrealistic on the takeoff point, but again, I'm just going to cut back on the throttle so as not to burn out the the engine. And we'll see what the flight dynamics, how they shift about. So yeah, she does feel a little more sluggish. Well, actually, is that true? Not really, no. Similar flight characteristics. Okay. We're just going to keep her nice and low. So she is substantially slower. The additional weight of the floats surely impact that. Take her up over towards Kui Rup and then just bring her back. I so badly want to open the canopy, but every time I have done, it's just it hasn't felt the love. So the winter landscape down below looking fairly blinking accurate indeed. So let's again we don't have a pilot in there, but that's okay. Yeah, great lines. I know many would dispute it, but anyone who knows me, watches the other rubbish I come out with, knows that this stuff really floats my boat. Oh yeah, so you can see the airspeed. Technically we're not flying much above stall for any other aircraft. Let's bring her up speed wise. We don't need to get too high. Happy to remain here, so we'll double back over the water and just see what she's like. We'll do something I don't normally do, and we'll go for an arcade landing. We just and what I mean by arcade landing is we'll just plonk her down from behind. We'll do an external just to see how she behaves coming in for a landing. Okay, so this is the gentlest. It's taken me a while. Maybe I just have to keep those speeds under control. As you can see, there's turret and still off to our 2 o'clock. Look, do I recommend this puppy? Absolutely I do. Like I said, that weight thing at takeoff is pretty bloody weird. But the aesthetics of it are complete. They're right, it feels lovely. I'm not sure about the inconsistent crashing. That's more than likely probably just my rig and the setup, somewhere between FS Realistic and this, or me hitting overspeed too quickly and not seeing the signs. That being said, let's hop out and see what it's like, because I want to see what she looks like with the weight. Yeah, we'll bring her right back down. So she's not crashing on me so far, which is nice. Now I do think you have to keep, like she doesn't want to drop at all. Okay, so let's force it down a bit. Cool. Around 1,000 foot a minute. And you can see that the speed probably terrifying the passengers. Right about now. But yeah, so that speed is when you're bringing it down that fast. Yeah, I think a few of them might be debating whether to have Devonshire tea or not right about now. But we'll draw her down, we'll draw her down, we'll draw her down. Yeah, she doesn't want to sink too easily, which is kind of nice. I'll just trim a bit, knock that trim out. She's such a sweet looking bird. Yeah, so we get rudder movement. Very cool. Come on, kiddo. Come on, kiddo. Holding it back. Yeah, bit rough to bring it down, but I do want to see how it behaves for this wake. There we go. Okay, so not much of a wake there, but that might... Oh yeah. Alright, so... does come in with a wake, which is pretty cool. probably reflects much better on a smoother surface. But look, there you go, peeps. This is the new Flight Replica's Fox Moth and DH83, and I love it. I don't know what you'll think about it. Doubtless, like I suspect he's like HCG's. My suspicion is it's just one guy, and for that I really, really, really take my hat off to him. I think that's just amazing, and it's such a fine choice as well. Just a great choice of aircraft. Look, I'll shut up. I'm just prepared to sit out here in, Western Port Bay and watch the fishermen pull in the bream, etc. Have a fantastic weekend, clan. Stay safe, stay sane. See you later. Bye.